before it becomes like something that he forgets about, and then he's like, "This sucks."
Yeah. I just never
How much? How much?
It's 100.
I'll just have George. I'll spot George. Because I'm a nice guy.
Oh God, why is this game running so bad?
At 20% interest. Who said that?
Wow.
I mean that's nice because credit cards are like what 29% APR. So technically I'm very nice.
The card that I financed my MacBook with was 24.9 or something.
I think that's pretty good. A lot of the ones I see are like
it's not.
It's not? I thought they go up to like the high 20s.
They definitely are pretty high if you are dumb enough to let it go.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Ben?
Dude, So I did a bad thing, and I started financing something with a credit card before I knew how credit cards work because no one told me. And,
Dude, you know what the best part about that is?
You're learning the hard way and paying a lot of extra money.
Yeah, like when you don't learn in school. That's the basest part.
Yeah. Yeah, because they never tell.
I know I took a finance class in high school, and I did not learn that
specific
specific stuff.
I don't think I learned it. Are you kidding
No! Like, they won't, like, be like, here's
right,
how...
Go... actually, it doesn't matter. Just go into one of the rooms.
They should just be like, bro, here's how you save money. Here's how you're gonna get boned in taxes, and blah, blah, blah. But no! But no! You gotta learn some trig, bro. As much as I like math. You know what's more important? The money math, Ben. The money!
Yeah, learning a lot of good personal finance. That's dare I say, based.
You know what? We finally hit that point. Ben is basing it up.
Is Ben, dare I say, our guy?
Oh, are you, Ben?
No, I always have one.
That's true.
Come here.
We're just too
Come here,
blind
you
to
heart.
see. Or not based enough, as it were.
I think of all the people in LP as Ben is the most based.
I'm so tired. No, I'm not even that tired.
Ben, if you fall asleep during Clock Tower 3, the
I
exciting
physically-
ending, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
You know that, tired where you're,
Ben,
I don't know,
let me stop you right there and say,
Yeah.
I know every type of tired.
I know every type of tired. No, I get that. It's like where your eyes specifically feel tired, but the rest of you is,
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Can I tell you about the best thing in life? There's one single greatest thing in life, and there's nothing else close. It's when you wake up in the middle, so you wake up and you think, dang, oh, it's time to get up, or at 6 or 7 or whatever, but it's actually 2:30 in the morning, and you literally get 4 hours more of sleep. And you're already feeling okay, you're like, oh yeah, I feel alright, but then it's oh dude, I can get 3 more hours sleep. That's the best. That's the best. It's the best thing. There's no better thing. Question of the part, what's a better thing? There are none. Case closed.
I think 3 hours the breaking point for that. There's a very small period of time in which that feels like it's worth it, because 2 hours I feel like it's not enough.
Oh, 2. I think 2 is. I think
Probably,
1.
Okay, maybe 2 is.
1 isn't.
Anything less than a solid 2.
You know,
I think is kind of
Ben has a good point. The worst thing in the world is when, say you have to get up at 6:30 and you wake up at 6. That's the worst thing, because you're
that's
well, what am I going to do for 30 minutes?
Every day.
Ugh.
Every day I do that.
I literally, luckily the kids get me up every day, so I don't even have to set an alarm anymore. It's great. I like it. But if I am up early, sometimes I'm I'm just going into work. If ever, in the rare times that everyone's still asleep, I'll just be I'm just gonna go into work and do stuff.
I have not woken up with an alarm in so long. Going into work at 10:30 and waking up at 8 is literally what I always do.
Do you know, so Tyler, I guess it's more so Tyler than George, but when I have to pick up Tyler, I usually go into the store early to do my stuff, and then I have to go pick him up. So if he doesn't tell me the day before, I always just message him, hey, do I have to pick you up, just in case I don't. And he never responds till 10:10. But I'm like, I like to pick him up by like 10:20, 10:25. And today he was like, bro, you know I don't get up till 10. I'm like, you frick.
Yeah,
What a life.
Both Ian and Tyler are sometimes... I mean, you can always, like, tell when they're about to go to sleep because of their, like, the last time they're, like, active on Facebook.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes it's like, oh, Tyler's was last active at 5 a.m. Cool. And Ian does, like, the same thing.
It's crazy. George's is funny because he sometimes gets up early, but sometimes I'm like, George, can you come in at 9? And he's like, oh. Oh.
Alright, so I definitely knew... Okay, cool. I hope he's in here. Cool, alright. Remember that one?
Boocaster!
So there's another thing in here. I think it's just a bomb, but I'm just gonna put it. No, okay.
Boomerang coming back at you. Dude, it looked for a second there like you had him, stuck. Oh, he's seriously stuck!
The ice does that.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a glitch.
Okay, so that definitely, you're right on the 150 plus.
It's always that.
You had him completely under wraps.
Like, once they get to 150, they actually just, like, cheat.
Ben, what's your favorite thing?
Just favorite thing.
I just said my favorite thing. Ben, what's your favorite thing?
What's your favorite thing? I didn't hear you say that.
No, it was the thing where he's talking about like getting 2+ hours of sleep.
That's your favorite
Getting
thing?
your sleep broken into like 2 halves.
I mean,
guess.
I get woken up at like 6 a.m. every
Dude,
day.
like, when the sun's out, I just cannot go back to sleep again. Like, I don't take naps, I don't go back to sleep. I just don't sleep a lot.
No, you know what? Alright, so that's number 2. My favorite thing is the night-fall weather, like right now. If I could have like a house in like several places or whatever where I could just go and be like, hey, it's fall weather now. I would go there.
I like the weather when you start putting on like heavier clothes, but it's not so cold that like you're shivering like when you're outside.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you that like some people try to take it too hardcore. They're like, it's never too cold. I'm like, there's times where it's too cold, but like this right now where it's like 45, maybe 50, whatever. Oh, it's just the goat.
I've really softened in my old years. I'll say I hate anything having to do with any temperature lower than 60 degrees.
Wow.
I completely disagree.
What the heck?
I'm tired of it. I'm not a fan of it.
Literally, why
it makes
people
me feel bad.
Why people move to Florida? Whoa, look at this friggin' model.
Yeah, living in Florida would literally be my personal hell.
Well,
I also believe Florida to be hell.
What's his name? Our UPS driver, Kevin, he always talks about how when he retires, he's just moving to Florida, and I'm like, dude, how? I'm always like, why? He's like, love it. Love the warm weather. And I'm like, dude.
Like, I'd rather move to, like, I don't know, like, Arizona. It's, like, hot, but at least it's not humid.
Oh, yeah, dude. Being out in Vegas, it's like 100 degrees, but it's not nearly as bad as 90 degrees around here. Not even close. There's no humidity.
Like, hot and humid? No, thank you.
Neat. I do not like the sound effects on this. It's like so loud.
Yeah, it should just be like droplets. Wait, no, there's a waterfall to the right.
Oh. Dude, I hope you guys are super excited for White Day.
I'm super excited. I actually am excited.
I'm actually really scared.
It's super scary. Once you realize how the janitor works, it's not as bad. Bouffant.
Are you ready for him just to cheat? He's cheating. He's cheating.
He just went away.
Wait, there's another thing? Wait, what? Oh, hi. I'm not replaying.
Someone you fought before.
It means I have every boot now.
What do you mean?
Because now there's 2 boos on the bottom, which is 49, and then the last room in the entire game is on the 2nd floor. So I have all 50. Shut up.
Game Boy Horror, then. Horror.
Do you get it?
Instead of color.
What if I just love that format where it's David Letterman who just repeats the punchline.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I thought it was Johnny Carson, but I guess it is. David Letterman.
Game Boy Horror.
That's Game Boy Horror, folks.
That sounds like every, like, night show.
I feel like they all do it to an extent, but I feel like for whatever reason I just associate it with David Letterman.
Alright, so this boss is kind of scary, and I've actually died to it before because these icicles that drop take 40 damage.
Damn.
Gotta be careful about that. That was really close.
It's David Letterman, and you got your Johnny Carson, you've got your Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, good. It doesn't even matter that I didn't win cycle because I got the video.
Jimmy Fallon, you've got your
Are we just naming people who do late night shows? You have your well, they're not late night. Who else does that?
Oh no.
You got your Jay Leno. Jay Leno.
I have to do 2 stupid boos in this dumb room that sucks.
You got your Benjamin Brossmans.
You got your Spencer.
Then we have on the keyboard.
Got you Trevor.
Trevor and the Bross Band. Hey, thanks, band. Take it away, boys.
Yeah, you gotta have the late night band as well. They're just like
I just like how formulaic all those are.
It just
And
starts playing like a little riff when you deliver the punchline.
All
so good.
They all like have very similar names too, like Late Night, Late Show. You got your Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson.
He was good. Now that Craig Ferguson, that was a real talk show host.
What is he doing?
Sips Monsters.
I
That was
honestly
weird.
don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a second of Craig Ferguson.
Wow. You have your Seth, what's his name?
Seth Meyers?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
that it?
I thought he does it on like TBS or something.
I have no idea. Honestly, the last like late night show I watched was like Hunter Ryan. I don't know if he's alive or dead even. I don't know.
He's tall.
He's tall.
He played Madden with like Tom Brady and Gronk. That was pretty cool. Pretty jelly, if I'm gonna be honest.
You know about Madden?
Madden. We have Madden. That's Madden, folks. My phone gets, dude. Feel how hot this phone gets. No,
That's nice.
feel it.
I just felt it.
You felt the wrong side of it.
I felt it with the back, where the battery is.
No, but it's actually hotter up front because this excellent caseology case. Caseology.
The case I bought like literally 5 years ago.
Well, it's still kicking. One more. One more!
And another complete pace breaker. Gotta go back up to the 3rd floor, actually.
Really? To do what?
To do the last portrait ghost. That is actually mandatory to do.
Do you get a bonus, like, money-wise for getting all 50 ghosts?
Yeah, you get a gold diamond.
So 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's definitely worth it. In fact, I feel like it's nearly mandatory to do it.
Does the speed run for the best ending do it? That would be the question.
You have to do 100%, which is all 50 boos. Why would you not grab the gold diamond?
Oh, I didn't know if there was one for, like, best ending, because, like, the 100 million, but, like, you didn't have to grab everything.
Why would they do best ending not 100%?
I guess that's true. But maybe I could create that category and be the lone world record holder. 2 weeks.
I don't even know like what you would do because they plan around the route of getting the 2 gold diamonds, which is 40 million of the 60 million.
Yeah, that is true.
Like you really like can't do anything else.
Well, I was thinking if 150 is technically possible, you don't need that 20, but it's probably not faster to do.
But there's also a lot of like RNG things. Like there's rare there's rare mice that randomly spawn. Like I swear they're random, and they drop like gems and stuff. But like you can't rely on them at all.
These are beautiful. It is you, no?
This is actually a pretty cool portrait ghost.
The French stereotype.
It feels fitting as the final one.
You're blind to the life I give my creations. Then very well.
And it almost feels like he's like the orchestrator of like all the ghosts that like.
This is neat. It's like an all-star cast of ghosts. I like the marble statue.
I want to do this one for sure, all 3 of them. Blue Ghost is my least favorite.
I like the next one. It's like the weirdest looking one. Instant. Those ones have been a problem.
They're just annoying.
These ones. Just the picture makes them look weird. The Ghost of the Shy Guys. You know, this game has deep lore, Ben.
As do all good video games.
As do all Mario games.
Yes.
Deepest lore.
These bananas. I mean, really? Ben, have you ever stepped on a banana peel?
Nice.
No, I haven't.
When you're small like this, you cannot do anything.
I think I've stepped on a banana peel. And instead of slipping, you're just like, hey, that made a mess. That's the reality of the situation, Ben.
That was a cool story.
How's your iPhone 10 something?
It's very good.
At least
Yeah.
you,
Thank you
at
for
least you don't call it the iPhone X.
Is that the official name? Good. 10. You know what I miss, Ben? I'm gonna be completely honest.
What?
Those iPhone commercials where they had the people singing and then it was like the face emojis or the like the real emojis, whatever they call them, like singing along. If it's alright, alright, I wanna be with you all night, all night. You remember that commercial?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dang, dude.
You know the iPods? When they had the silhouettes?
Remember iPods?
Dude, I remember Eric Tribio having like the first gen iPod, and that was crazy. Like, that was like, dude, I can put all this music on here, and you had to like, you only had the scroll wheel, so you had to be like, scroll, 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 scroll.
And it's honestly amazing how like certain technologies just completely make others like obsolete. Like even like iPod touches don't exist anymore. Where is this ghost?
It's just nuts. And granted, that was like 10, 12 years ago, but still it was like the last one.
He said something French. What
He said boutique, c'est chic. It's like, no, but what they're doing off this, what's that song?
What?
C'est chic. Yeah, it's some song.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Hold on. We got this.
Do they still sell iPhones?
They do still sell iPod Touches on.
Yeah, they do.
But I bet it's like the most like niche product that they sell, other than like Mac Minis or something.
Yeah, it used to be the thing that people that like basically revitalized Apple as a brand, and now it's like, well, it's been completely superseded by smartphones. So, what is it?
Oh, is that Les Freak song? Les Freak, say chic. So that's what they were doing it off of. It's pretty epic. Bum, 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 bum.
Alright, save just in case. Can you shut up?
So the A8 chip, that's like
That's
4 generations.
40 million.
That is 4 years old.
So that's the last time they updated the iPod Touch.
Alright, time for the final. Wait. No, like what? Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
But honestly, it's like, if you didn't need like cell reception for anything, if you got an iPod Touch, that's basically everything you need. Like if you were someone who for whatever reason did not need to use text messages or had everyone in your life uses iMessage or whatever, or WhatsApp, or I don't know how that works, or whatever the hell people use for messaging. If it wasn't like a SMS based like messaging service, like you would probably not even need like to have a cell reception.
Dude, to put it in perspective, Brandon used to have a dumb phone plus an iPod Touch, but even he just got an iPhone.
Dang. It's truly over. I think Brandon was the last one to not have a smartphone.
Well, we know one person. Austin still doesn't have a smartphone.
Oh, that's right. I think he has a flip phone.
He does. Oh, I was literally a mile away from the door. Thank you. I just want to. I want to open the drawer. It has a big heart in it. I just want to be super careful because the last boss is actually really hard.
Ben, you ready?
Yep.
Can I see your iPhone 10X? I just want to hold it.
Whoa.
It's 2114? Don't you have a thing on it?
What do you mean?
Screen protector?
No.
Ben goes bear.
I go commando.
Are you sure you don't want to put a screen protector on your $1,000 phone?
1100.
No.
I used to have a case on my phone for like 10 months and then I took it off because I was like, I hate cases.
Ben, would you cry if something happened to your phone?
I would probably not cry. I would probably just get really upset.
Would you be like...
Maybe I would be more on the side of anger, depending on the circumstances.
Did you get based Apple Care with it?
No.
RIP!
No, I got the version without it. They don't advertise that there's an iPhone upgrade.
It's just that Apple out of warranty repairs costs are ridiculous.
Wait, actually, you know what? I think I thought better of it, and I did actually get the Apple Care with it.
Well, that'd definitely be good.
But I was thinking about not doing it, and then I was like, I don't like cases, so.
Because if you cracked the back glass and you want to replace that, it costs literally like $575.
There's back glass?
Yeah, back's made of
Oh,
glass.
the back's made of glass.
And the reason why it's so expensive is because they like put like part of the, not the motherboard, but a lot of the components like directly adhere to the glass.
Oh, jeez.
So when you want to replace the back glass, you have to like replace a lot of components too, which is just the dumbest design.
Wow. Dude, when I found out that newer phones like don't have like easily replaceable batteries, that really turned me off. Like, I'll get one eventually, but that sucks.
That's been dead for like 4 years.
Well, how old's this phone? Like, in all seriousness,
Like the Note 4 is like 5 years old.
I just like that, like, if I have to replace the battery, I just do it.
The Note 4, I believe, was the last phone that Samsung made that had a replaceable battery.
Wow. And it's everyone does it. It's just, I guess, like, I don't know. It just seems like counterintuitive to not be able to do it. Unless the companies are like, no, you'll do your repairs through us, thank you. What? Ben, it's Bowser! Are you serious?
It's probably just like a ghost.
It's actually a really weird like version of Bowser. And you'll see in a second why.
Ben, I'm dead. This is, excuse me, Luigi, I'm dead. This is hell. We're in it, brother. Rah! I like how that attack doesn't do, like, anything.
So that's the reason why Bowser is weird.
Ah.
Alright, so this boss sucks.
500!
Somehow speedrunners 2 cycle this boss, and I just don't understand how. I'll be lucky if I 3 cycle around.
Turn around, you big lummox. I love that move. It's like, hey, use this against me. Why don't you?
Boy, it would be a shame if you used the vacuum on me.
You set yourself up pretty well for the 3 cycle.
Well, if I get...
Oh. Yikes.
So yeah, just a really weird version of Bowser.
Wow. Starting up right away. And time?
Nice.
Is that time?
Yep.
Time.
Now, just to see if I get A rank. Wow,
Ben,
I
what was
did
the
that.
time?
I did that way quicker than I thought.
It was probably like an hour.
Oh, don't worry, bros. I can do White Day all day.
I thought it was going to take an hour and a half, but I think it took like 15 minutes.
Ben, please. Whoa, Mario?
I have a feeling that it's going to be like 99 million.
Please no.
I betcha. I'd make it funnier anyway. But I'm pretty sure that from my practice run, I got one additional big gem from the boss ghost. But I think I'm missing a couple things. I don't know, it's hard to say.
What if Luigi fell on the way out and then just broke that Mario portrait? Would that be funny, man? And then he was like, oh no, Mario died! And that was the joke.
Look at Bowser's...
It's so weird.
I'm nervous, bros.
The machine's working overtime.
I hope Luigi's Mansion 3 is good. That'd be cool.
I mean, as much as we've been griefing on Nintendo, their games have been good. Just a little too much USD.
That's always been like a thing. They release games, they never price shop them until like they do their like guaranteed like greatest hits kind of thing. And then they remaster games for a lot of money.
Yeps.
But they're justified in it because people keep buying them.
Yeah, I mean, from a business standpoint, why would they not keep releasing for 60 when they sell so well?
Yeah. Like if there was an outrage and they sold poorly, then yeah, I'd definitely see it.
Here we go, Ben. Ben.
What's it at?
Gonna let it go slow.
13, 15,
Don't make it.
17.
No slow.
Like 22. 25, 35, nothing. 75, 100, 103.
Oh!
Yeah! Woo!
We
Thank
did
you.
it!
We did it, boys.
Yeah, we did it.
I can count too, by the way. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. So what's the bad ending? Since we'll see the good ending.
They're all the same endings, it's just that you get a dinkier mansion. And, like, it's weird because, I got, like, 60 million on my first run, and, like, it gave me, like, a D rank. So, like, the C, B, and A are, like, pretty close to each other.
You know, that reminds me of Wario Land, right? Where how much money you have at the end is how big of a castle you get.
Yeah.
Wario Land for Game Boy is good.
I still want to do Wario Land 3 as an LP. I should honestly do that.
They're fantastic games. Based. Who's that?
Are you ready for tears?
It doesn't.
Luigi.
That didn't sound like Mario. Mario has a concussion, and Luigi finds that funny.
Luigi's like both laughing and crying because he's happy. It's a heartfelt ending.
Whoa!
I know. What a great song.
Funky.
I actually really like the soundtrack.
Whoa.
So we can't skip this, and I just want to show you the rank, so we have to just kind of sit through this.
We gotta sit through it. So, Ben, tell us what you thought about Luigi's Mansion.
Well, I'll say that it's
Ben, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now.
As a corridor sucker because you've got a vacuum instead of a corridor shooter.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. This
And
is
you're in corridors.
this is a CIB LP interview. Ready? Like an interview for a job at CIB LP. What is your biggest weakness?
I'm too strong.
I just work too hard. I actually put my body at risk.
No, that is actually true. My coworker Andrew told me that my problem was that I care too much. And then I go home and I'm extremely frazzled by all the incompetent people I have to deal with at work, and I just carry it home.
Well, I go home frazzled, but that's because I have an emotional investment in the place that I work at. If I worked at some...
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't have an emotional
Be the
investment.
Andrew. Be the
Don't
be
have-
the normie.
I can't really, like, control it, but if I did work at... What are you doing?
I don't know. I was being the interviewer. Like,
Oh, okay.
tell us, Ben.
Oh man.
So Ben, you're hired. Is what I would say if you were hired. But you still have several questions to answer. So, what's another question they ask you at interviews? Like, just like those, like, bare bones questions.
Ben, what would you do if you were the next Game Grump?
Who is that?
That's a...
Are you also Grump? It goes,
Oh,
hey,
here
I'm
we
Grump.
go.
I'm
Oh,
also
look.
Grump. We're the Game
Rank
Grumps. So what, he gets this mansion because of the money?
Yeah.
Oh, this is why Luigi is never in games anymore, because he has a big freaking mansion that he just lives in. Hey! See you next time. For more CIBLP's Ben, take us out!
Yep. We'll be here.
You're hired.
Thank you.